start with, first of all, my opponent said that taking SAT has a negative effect on the taking it because of the stress. But of course, taking SAT has a lot of pressure and then stress. But you gotta know that College Board has you could take SATs multiple times instead of taking only once. According to the College Admissions Search and Financial Aid Help from the College Confidential, for the most high schoolers, 3 times is about the maximum between the starting of sophomore year and the Christmas of the senior year. So it could reduce some stress out of it. Secondly, College Board College Board have a thing to choose a score instead of sending all the scores. According to College Board, the score choosing is designed to reduce the student stress and improve the test day experience. The score is a score reporting feature that gives students the option to choose the SAT score by test date and the SAT subject test score by individual test that they send it to college. In accordance, in each institution, individual score use practice. This allows students to put their best foot forward on the test day by giving them more flexibility in the score reporting. Okay, and my opponent also claims that the SAT is biased, especially students who has a stress with the high income and the low income. But what I have found is SAT is fair to both low income and then high income. According to SAT aptitude and the demographics, various past studies have suggested that scores improvement frequently around 50 to 100 points. But recent study conducted by the National Association for College Admission Counseling found that the average increase might be as low as 30 points. Research shows that if the student takes a second SAT a second time, that student is likely to see a similar score increase even without additional preps or studies. Okay, and so for my first claim, most of the colleges are setting the SAT as objective measurement of the student's college readiness. As the SAT is a fair exam, so from the pro and cons of SAT testing, the SAT is standardized test, meaning everyone in high school will be taking a test that is equal across the board. This test focuses on mathematical and verbal ability, two very important components for success in the college. And also, by taking the SAT exams, we could make students study more harder. For example, I found an article about the pros of standardizing tests. They said that standardized testing provides the students with a better feedback about their own level of knowledge and skills. It also helps students to associate personal efforts with rewards and then motivate them to work harder in school. The testing and its feedback sends clearer signals to students about what they need to study. Standardized testing motivates teachers to work harder and more effectively too. They can better identify areas of the strength and the weaknesses in their teaching plans, and then can instruct them. And my last claim is SAT is the most fair exam, and the colleges are looking at the other things than the SAT exam score. The colleges they're not only looking at the SAT scores to get into the college. This article was from the CSU Mentor, saying that the grades you earn in high school are most important factor in CSU admission decision. Your high school grades points average is calculated using your grades in all your college prep classes completing after the 9th grade. The test score required unless you have grade points average above 3.0 and are resident of California. The CSU used the calculation called the eligibility index that combines your high school grades points average high school grade average points with the score you earned on either SAT or ACT exams. Even if you have a GPA above 3.0, it is useful to take either SAT or ACT as a score, as the score may indicate that if you do not need to take English or math placement tests after you meet it and before you enroll in CSU. And also you gotta know that college, and also in getting to the college website, the standardized test like SAT and the ACT also plays a role, but your score won't make or break your chance to admission. They simply help admission officers to put a high school record into the national perspective. In general, they help us understand the rest of the academic credentials. And taking SAT exam and using it as admission to college, it helps colleges to sort applications. SAT exam has SAT exams shows who's ready for the higher education. From the College Board, most colleges accept the SAT as an objective measurement of students' college readiness. And also, they said that used with the GPA and the high school transcript, SAT scores allow colleges to fairly compare the applicants.